Welcome back, everybody. Hope you had an enjoyable lunch. All right, we have something special for you today for the next half an hour. We have a local act that fits very well in here. You're going to enjoy this. The person that I'm going to bring up now is named Sean Paul. He spent his entire life exploring mysteries and the unexplained. For the first 20 years, he studied and performed conventional magic and entertained people. He worked and collaborated with amazing people all over the world while performing some of the biggest, most elaborate illusions in his industry. In 2011, he and his wife made a drastic departure. They transitioned from doing big shows with tigers and monkeys and cutting people in half to pursuing mysteries that are less theatrical and more believable. They have always been interested in the paranormal, and 8 years ago they created an experience called Intrigue Theater. In their current show, they research subjects and create paranormal experiments, consistently bring their audience to the edge of their seats. So get ready. These segments have included subjects ranging from mind over matter, past life regressions, voodoo, ghost talking, and even walking through walls. Last September, they were featured on the Penn and Teller show Fool Us, where they demonstrated the infinity theory, where they had their real pet monkey typing out Shakespeare on a real typewriter. They don't have the monkey today, settle down. While they don't claim that the results of their experiments to be fact or fiction, they prefer to leave it to the audience to decide and challenge your reality. So please welcome Sean Paul and his wife.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. You can put that right there. Well, it's a pleasure to be with all of you, people of like mind, right? You're all involved and fascinated with intriguing subjects, aren't you? Let me try that one more time. I'd like to remind you folks, you are a live audience. We're all fascinated with intriguing subjects, yes? Oh, listen to that. Fantastic. And if you're like me, and I know I am, you maybe spend a lot of time coming home and watching YouTube videos because there's a lot of intriguing videos out there to watch, right? And that is how we do a lot of the research for our show. And I found that with UFO and alien videos, it seems like more videos are being posted now ever than before. There are people that are posting new things every single day. And that's great, but it's also amazing because it allows for a platform where people can post comments, and then a discussion ensues. And once you get past the occasional haters that are saying stupid crap, there are people out there that are actually saying some really intriguing things. Which brings me to why I'm here today. I found somebody who's posting, I don't know if you can read this, they went by the name Meba Wall. And by that name, I couldn't tell if it was a man or a woman. But whenever they posted things, it was very intriguing. For instance, this one, I don't know if you can read it, but it says this. In July of 1969, we succeeded in what is still referred to today as the most complex technological achievement of the history of mankind. The Apollo 11 mission took us to another planetary body and back safely. Interplanetary travel. And apparently, there is a council out there in the universe that distributes 24 volumes of the Book of Knowledge, a knowledge that contains facts, secrets, powers, important knowledge of the known universe. The council then decides if and when a volume is awarded to a qualified civilization. So this is something that Meba Wall posted, and it's fascinating things. And every time he would post something, I would do the research about where it was coming from, what kind of background there was. And sometimes I couldn't find things to substantiate it. A couple of months ago, he's writing, trust me, there are Air Force pilots crapping their jumpsuits, seeing the stuff flying in the sky right in front of their plane. Fact. And then a couple months later, maybe you remember when this was breaking news on the national media. It's like Meba Wall had some kind of inside edge to what was going on before it broke and became kind of, common knowledge, not your typical YouTuber spouting off about something. So I finally reached out to Meeblewall. I sent him a private message through YouTube asking if we could chat in a Google Hangout. No video, no audio, just chatting text-wise, and he agreed. So next thing you know, I'm having conversations with him a couple times a week for several months, and we got to know each other. He knew so much. We'd watch videos together, and he'd tell me which ones I should watch, which ones were wrong, and there was like an underlying sadness. But there was one night when I was chatting with him, and one of the videos that was suggested was something on Men in Black. And then I looked at his name, Meba Wall. And then I realized if you push that A over, M-I-B, AWOL. Could I be speaking to a disgruntled Men in Black? Fascinating. So I maintained my composure, but I just quietly typed in, what do you know about the Men in Black? There was a pause, and then he came back with a statement like, those are the guys that keep a lid on the can and occasionally have to take out the trash. Turns out this guy was doing security at Area 51. And I don't know if you know this, but it's 30 miles away from where they did atomic weapons testing. And when there was nuclear fallout, or radioactive fallout, it would come over Area 51. They would have to evacuate Area 51. The personnel, all except critical personnel, security, including Meba Wall. So by the time I'm talking to him, he's in the final stages of some incurable form of cancer. Here he was a guy guarding Area 51, the nation's secret, and then he pays the ultimate price with absolutely no glory. He's now dying, he's sad, he's depressed, completely destitute. I felt sorry for him. I would send him MoneyGrams, so getting him cash so he could buy his Camel Wides and his medical marijuana to help him cope. And I remember asking one time, how do you get all this information? You know so much. And he went back to that book of knowledge. Apparently there was a transmission packet that we received back in 1971. And the best of the best came through, and they tried to decode this information packet. And once they cracked that code, they started distributing it around all the relevant government agencies and think tanks, trying to make sense of it. Well, he told me about that. Then the next time I tried to go on to our usual place where we chatted, he wasn't online. Then I went to the usual places where he would post comments. Nothing. Radio silence, right? I lost track of him. Nowhere to be seen. But then 2 days after radio silence, I got this. And inside was this. File 32451. He snagged a copy of this book of knowledge that they decoded. And if you look at it, on the left-hand side of every page, there's maps. And I believe these are different quadrants of the known galaxy. Different on every single page. And on this side, there's entries about different facts of the known universe. That's what this is. The original text looked like these symbols right here. And it's explained that these symbols, these 4 pages, are tuning pages. So I started reading through this cover to cover, and it's tough to put it all into context. It really didn't start making any sense until the very back of the book, when I get to what the crux of this thing is. Entry 584, the following knowledge pertains to the humanoid ability to develop advanced sensory and cognitive functions. Entry 585. Many humans have some degree of an active sixth sense, a defensive mechanism that has used both cognitive logic and neutral receptors that increase connectivity. Entry 586. The seventh and eighth senses can develop specific abilities in different humanoids. Then it goes on to say, I don't know if any of you can connect the dots and see where I'm going with this. You have had humans throughout your history born with advanced senses. Very few are born fully sensed. As we noted, your humans, Einstein, Da Vinci, Tesla, Socrates, are examples of fully sensed humans. Entry 594. Throughout Volume 1, we have included visual cognitive stimulators that may allow readers of this book to temporarily experience the abilities of the seventh and eighth sensed humanoid. Entry 595. We want to bring this experience to the vast potential of the humanoid brain, most powerful in the known universe. So I've been experimenting with this. My wife and I, we've tried to conduct these experiments, staring down the tuning pages and seeing what it unlocks temporarily. Because these abilities, whenever somebody says that they're being visited by an alien, they speak without words, right? They're using some form of telepathy. And these people are able to do it temporarily and have that conversation. And this is what this has maybe been unlocking. And I'm wondering if we could open this up, where I could get one of you up here and have exposing your mind to these tuning pages and seeing if we could do a transmission. All right? You got to have good eyes, okay? Because I put my glasses on for a reason, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure you, if you need glasses, you got them. And I'll pick somebody up here, and I would prefer it to be somebody who's not too skeptical to come up here and help me out. We have a couple hands up here. All right, let's take a look here. I need you to be a little more enthusiastic. All right, I'm fantastic. All right, let's see here. You were among the first to raise your hands, miss. Okay. Can you read pretty good if you have your glasses on? All right, I'm going to ask you to come up. You can make out those characters, those alien characters? Okay. And then, are you able to read the text on that page there? All right. What is your name? Okay. I'm gonna need to. Yeah. Corey. All right. Let's. You're a psychic medium. Well, then she's got kind of an inside advantage, right? I'm glad you just disclosed that ahead of time, because I don't want people thinking that this is.
It's not. What I'm thinking is, because I communicate telepathically with Sasquatch and an ET from the Pleiades.
Yes.
What I'm thinking is that could unlock even more.
Well, I have to open it up to the crowd. Since she's already privy to this, should we use her, or should we get somebody who's completely new to it? All right. Well, maybe let's talk afterwards, and we'll conduct our own experiment. Is that fair, everybody? Yes. All right. I want somebody who's a complete newbie. All right. But this is small text, so you got to have good eyes. Miss, do you have any trouble reading? All right. What's your name? Marilyn. Are you a believer? Yeah. You wouldn't be here if you weren't, would you? Marilyn, you want to come up here? All right. Let's give Marilyn some encouragement, everyone. Okay. So, Marilyn, I think the light is pretty good right about here, okay? Now, I've got a bookmark here with the tuning pages, okay? Yeah. All right? And then the other thing is I want to show you the maps. They're different on every single page. There's like 50 different maps, different parts of the galaxy, yes? Now, I want you to look at this page with these entries. These are the entries, if I talk about entries, all right? And they're different on every page, right? Okay, so now what I want you to do is I want you to take about 30 seconds, and I want you to just look at the alien text. These are the tuning pages that should give you some cognitive awakening. Don't think too much about it. Just look at these symbols. You've seen them before. Okay. I should have saw that coming. All right. So now, I'm sorry, what was your name again? Marilyn. Now, at this point, I'm going to just leave the book with you, and I want you to look at one of the maps. It's on the left-hand side of every page. Look at one of the maps. Yes, and you've got a lighter colored one. It's going to be easier to read. Do you see how there's quadrants? There's numbers associated with all the locations there. I want you to pick out one of those 3-digit numbers. Don't say it out loud. And you can clearly see it. There's no question, right? Now what I want you to do is look through the book and find an entry that matches that 3-digit number. It's not going to be probably on the same page. Find an entry that matches that 3-digit number. This is completely random. She could have chosen any map, and now that's taking her to one of almost 600 entries. And I should have read you more of them, because they have all kinds of random data. Did you find it?
Yes.
Does it match the number on the that you found on that coordinate that you picked on the map? Okay. Now, it's Marilyn, right?
Yes.
Marilyn, I want you to read it several times. Each time you do it, I want you to visualize what it is that you're reading in your mind. Create a picture of whatever that entry is saying, okay? While you're doing that, let me explain something to you. My wife, my partner, she has another copy of those tuning pages that she's been going over backstage, activating her cognitive abilities. What I'd like to do is I'd like to welcome her out here. Give her a nice round of applause. Okay, so she's predisposed to the alien signatures and the characters. She has a board there. Marilyn, what I want you to do you have a visual image of what you've been reading?
Oh, yes.
I want you to mentally send it to Juliana Faye, and we're going to see if she can pick up. There's almost 600 entries, and you randomly selected one of them, right, Marilyn? Okay, now you're painting a picture. All right? There might be names and there might be numerals, there might be facts and numbers, but you've created an image in your mind based on that entry out of that alien document. Yes? Okay. Okay, now the people that are behind Juliana Faye, you can see it happening. You can see it coming in, right? Okay. This is totally transparent. We're not doing anything under you folks can't see it. But the people behind her can. And in a moment, she will show everybody. She'll show Marilyn. Okay? Marilyn, would you mind pointing to me the entry you got there now that she's done that? Okay, good. You still have that image in your mind? Okay, you all can see it. Julie, are you finished? I'd like you to show Marilyn what you've got there.
Oh, exactly.
Are you kidding me?
No.
That's what you were seeing?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to get a microphone. Marilyn, would you please read? This is the green one, guys. Would you read to everybody the entry? Read to everybody.
You hold it.
I'll hold the microphone. All right.
The northern hemisphere of Ruuzwa is a lush tropical landscape of white sandy beaches and warm waters. It is comparable to your tropics on Earth.
Marilyn.
Thank you. She's
Thank
good.
you.
She's
Yes, she is very good. Now, ladies and gentlemen, do you still feel like your cognitive abilities are still somewhat active? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take this one step further. We're going to move from Marilyn and this alien document. We're going to open this up to the room. I'd like you to send some thoughts to Juliana Faye. But this could get a little complicated if you're dealing with your own personal thoughts, and we don't want things to get too complicated. All right? And furthermore, I don't want you to have the ability to change your mind. You send her one thought, she accurately gets it, and then you say, nope, that's not right. You got it wrong. So what you're going to do is you're going to take out physical objects out of your pockets, your purses, your wallets. And if I walk up to you, I want you to look at that item, and I want you to mentally send it to Juliana Faye. Now, there's something I have to say. Consensual telepathy is almost available to everyone here. Mark Zuckerberg has 60 engineers locked in a building, and they are not allowed to come out until they have the app that allows us to put our thumb on our phone, think of what we want to text, and it appears on our screen. This is reality, ladies and gentlemen. And they've been able to wire the impulses of the brain for a long time. However, what I must say to you is this. With what you're about to witness, there will be no technology involved. This is as organic of a form of telepathy as you will witness in your lifetime. There is no receivers, transmitters of any kind. She won't even be blindfolded. You'll be able to see she's not looking at anything. She's not listening to anything. There's nothing in and around her ears. Completely organic. Now, I have a microphone here. If I come up to you and she accurately describes the thought that you're sending to her, I want you to let everybody know that she got it right. So you have an item here, miss? Well, that's ingestible. Let's do a soft start right here, shall we? All right, go on. Think about that item, send it to her.
getting the sense of something man-made. I want to say it's a form of communication, early communication, something that aids us in writing. Is it something like a pen?
Yes.
Did you see that? Is that correct?
That's very correct.
And I'm picking up on a color. I want to say blue.
Blue, very, very,
The,
very good.
the end of the pen is blue.
the ink is blue.
The ink is blue. Very good. Moving on. A couple other items. Let's do this a little bit faster. Try this. Go on. Send her that imagery. You're thinking of the image.
Okay, so this has something to do with something of a taste sense I'm getting.
Yes.
I want to say almost refreshing,
Yes.
solid, almost like some type of breath freshener.
All right. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, let me focus on a particular, I'm getting it's very strong actually. Is it an Altoid?
Yes.
That's great. Do you have anything? Let's do these. All right. Can you look at those? Think about it. Send it to her.
All right, can you send it again?
All right. Can you think about it?
Okay. Now I'm feeling a sense of something man-made. I'm getting something around the face,
Yes.
or the head.
Yes.
Specifically, I feel a sense of improvement or protection for my eyes.
Yes.
Are they glasses?
Yes, they are.
Wonderful. Let's hear for Juliana Fay. All right, let's see. You're going to think about it. Send it to her.
This is something man-made.
Yes.
Almost like a metal.
Yes.
I want to say it can be sharp.
Yes.
Actually, really very sharp. Is it a knife?
Go on,
Yes.
let her know.
It is a knife.
Yes. Should I focus on a color?
Sure.
Maybe the handle is black or something. I'm getting black.
Yes, it is.
That's exactly right, isn't it? And can you tell us, think about it, send it to her.
Okay, this is definitely man-made. It's something that controls much of our activity, our universe, our experiences.
Yes.
I'm getting as if it's paper.
Yes.
Is it money?
Yes.
A bill?
And let her know, that's correct?
Yes.
I'm going to focus on the denomination. I believe it's an American bill. I'm getting a 5.
All right, can you let her know, that's correct?
Yes.
I want to go one step further. And I'd like to direct your attention to the year it was printed. And in your mind, I want you to think about that year. And let me know when you're doing that. You're thinking about it?
Yes, they're thinking about it.
Is it 2013?
Yes, it is.
Wow, okay, so we're really opening up the room here. We're getting some more
If you come over over this way, let me know and I'll turn.
Yeah, yes, that's right. If I come over this way, she's gonna. Now that, and what is that?
Can the person think of it?
Yeah, send it to her, miss.
Is it some type of toy?
Miss, nice and loud. Is that correct? Some kind of animal. All right, can you tell us the animal? All right, and let her know if she gets it right. Go on, all right? You're going to have to speak loud because I can't get to you. All right, now what is it?
I want to say it's like a rodent. Okay, a sense of a rodent, something similar. I'm sensing a mouse.
What is it,
No.
miss? It's a possum. Will you hold it up? Will you hold it up?
Are they the same family?
Hey, I'll just ask the room, does that look like a mouse? Juliana Faye! You got a cool one? Oh, that is perfect. That might be a little too perfect for the room here. Boy, I'm seeing a lot of, oh my God, goodness gracious. I think Forrest, did we run out of time? We're just about there, aren't we? 5 minutes? Okay. I'm going to make this quick, ladies and gentlemen. And
Oh, wait, are you moving?
yeah, I mean, I'm wanting to find something that's truly, you got something special? All right, good. It's real easy for you to say, come here, I got to go through all these people. Let's see. Okay.
You got something?
Yeah.
All right, is the person thinking of it?
I guess you have to think about it. Do you see it? Look at it, think about it.
Something man-made, electronic.
Yes.
Communication. It's a
Yes.
telephone.
Yes.
All right, now is that correct?
That's correct.
So- okay, I want you to think about the manufacturer of the phone in your mind. Is it made by Samsung?
Please, will you let her know?
Yes.
I'm gonna. Can you focus on the color? Is it white?
No.
All right.
Please, will you look at the screen, miss?
Is there a battery icon you can see on the screen? Yes or no?
Okay, look at it.
Focus on that. 67%.
66, it just went down from 67.
It just goes to prove that we are not in control, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sean Paul. This is Juliana Faye. We will not confirm or deny what you just witnessed is fact or fiction. Just like what we do in our show, we conduct paranormal experiments just like this, and we offer this to our audience to challenge their reality. We're at IntrigueTheater.com. It's been a real pleasure. Thank you so much for your kind attention.